hear people getting married anymore. It seems that we are slowly chipping away at what marriage is supposed to represent as an institution. And people are sort of engaging in these progressive-like marriages. People that get married and say, as just one example, I want to keep my last name. I'm a woman. I've always been known as this. I want to keep my last name. I find that to be weird. I was so excited to take my husband's last name. Another element of this is we're getting married, but we don't want kids. We don't want kids to disrupt how we live. We love our financial security because we don't have children. We want to be able to travel the world. Okay, typically people think you get married it's because you want to establish your own family, but for some people it's enough just to have one another. Now we're starting to see this phenomenon of people talking about not wanting to blend their finances, which brings me to the topic of Gabrielle Union and Dwyane Wade, who I don't think anybody would disagree with the statement. They are definitively not in a traditional marriage. They do everything a little bit different. Just a couple of examples here. She did not want to lose her last name, so she hyphenated it. They are raising their son, born Zaire, as a daughter that they are now calling Zaya, despite the fact that Zaya's mother says, no, that's my son, and has been fighting them in court. They're championing that. Okay, they did not go the traditional route of having a child. They decided to use surrogacy. So things are very different in this marriage, but then sort of the cherry on top of all of it was this interview where Gabrielle Union sat down with Bloomberg to say that everything in her household is split 50-50. Take a listen.
It's weird to say I'm head of household because in this household, we split everything 50-50. But in the other households that each of us have to support, it puts this, there's always this like gorilla on your back that is like, you better work, you better work. You gonna sleep in? Somebody might not eat. You gotta work. And it's hard. It's hard to let that go. And it's hard. It's hard to let that go.
So to be clear, Gabrielle Union is worth about $50 million. It doesn't mean that she doesn't have a ton of people that she needs to take care of. But what is really compelling about this interview and why it went so viral is because her husband, Dwyane Wade, is worth $175 million. So it's bizarre to hear her say that she feels this gorilla on her back because she has to worry about other people that she has to support when her husband is quite literally worth $175 million. People weighed into this on Twitter, said how bizarre it was. This is not how it should be. People are realizing this is not feeling like it's a marriage per se. So somebody questioned Dwyane Wade on the podcast Club Shay Shay about what his wife had said. Is it real? Are they actually splitting things 50-50 when he has a net worth of $175 million? Take a listen.
Because I think I said one time we was in Miami, I said something about it being my house that I paid for. My wife looked at me, she was like, you will never say that to me again when it's something that we share. And so my wife was like, that when we moved